Like, Meatloaf Bailey, what a PR stunt. Look at me, guys. Yeah, I would do anything for pound notes. And I'm going to sit in a restaurant and I'm going to look like, oh, I'm proper CHELS and I love Chelsea. And this is all on Siri Merchant Barley. What a load of bollocks.
So a lot of players are directly texting, or I'm testing them too sometimes, to ask information. Or sometimes they tell me, please, can you say something about me because I want to leave the class? So yes, it's happening. And it's something strange. It feels still strange to me, but sometimes also big names are texting and they want to receive information or share information. So this is the new era of the transfer market, probably.
To get money from agents to publish information is not legal for a journalist. After 1 second, find one proof and I will deactivate my account.
Fab, I think we've taken this a bit to heart, honestly.
No, it's not too hard. It's too hard because you are on your fucking sofa just using my name and attacking me from your Twitter account with no face, no name and nothing. Just joking on me.
Yeah.
It's not too hard for me because I'm working and I don't like to go on Twitter and see the shit you're putting. Okay. So it could be too hard for you, not for me. I'm working and I don't want someone else to come in and joke on my news. You can joke about it. It's fine. It's humor. It's okay. But joke, not say that I'm getting money. Because I'm not getting any fucking money from the agents of any player. So joke whatever you want, do humor on me, on my name, or whatever you want.
I'll make it clear. I'll make it clear.
Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it?
So have it right, up the Chels, up the Minerals FC, big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone's doing well winning live. First and foremost, guys, I want you all smash to pieces that like button. If you haven't subscribed as well, make sure you subscribe to Minerals FC. We are literally about 100 or just under 100 away from 12k. So help us get to the 12k. We've got the notification bell, ding dong, so have it right. Make sure you do smash that, even though it doesn't make a difference. But smash it anyway. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership, which is pinned at the top of live chat and down below. And of course, we've got Eunice Talks Minerals, his channel, which is in the title. Are you smelling the LAVAZZA crema or what? Are you woken yet, or are you still sleeping? Yeah, because a lot of these wrong ones are a long way from LAVAZZA crema. Let's have it right. Yeah. Oh, I detect minerals here.
Come on. Super crema. It's the daddy of all daddies in the coffee world.
You're hooked on it now, yeah? You're hooked on it.
Mate, nothing else qualifies as coffee for me now. It's finished. Super crema, man.
Magnifico, mate. It's magnifico. Come on. You know what I'm saying? How are we doing, Eunice? You must be buzzing. How many LAVAZZA Super Cremas you had so far? You must be on your 10th one already.
About to have number 12.
Wow. Eunice can be bouncing on stream, bro. Bouncing.
I wish. I've actually got to experiment in that, but no, I've had a couple. But I'm feeling good.
You also need to get one of these bad boys. Yeah, you need to get one of these. This is Firenze. So maybe get Firenze as well. But this thing's not. He's not getting lit. I'll call her. She's not getting lit. Yeah, until we win something of any meaning and substance, which ain't gonna happen.
Mate. Well, you better store that up. Very, nice, sealed, concise packaging. Put it back and wait for 10 years or something.
Yeah, another 8 years. What are we saying, Eunice? How are you, my geezer? Lovely to have you on. And we're going to land minerals today.
Mate, I'm good. Well, away from Chelsea and football and all that, I'm lush. Everything's lovely. Shout out to everyone in the chat. But everything to do with football. The Euros are nice. Seeing some good games, good goals. England are a shit show.
Yeah.
Chelsea are a shit show. Great.
We've got waistcoat merchant, the M&S suited and booted waistcoat merchant. Yeah.
M&S.
Criminal. Yeah, absolute criminal. All right. Doing what doing what these clans are doing, building our team, playing
Mate.
players out of position, not having a core, blaming it on Calvin Phillips when the geezer hasn't even played for Man
Mate.
City.
Mate.
All right, and yet he's had all this
Believe
time. He wants to experiment. What a melt! He's in the
Ma-
gutter, this guy, man.
Mate, you know when you have nothing to say, like you've got nothing else you can say, and you just find the quickest excuse that comes to mind. That's basically what he did with that Calvin Phillips comment, and then also saying we haven't compensated for the losses of Henderson and Maguire.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is sackable. This is sackable. Get rid of him now. I'd have a broomstick in charge rather than Southgate, man. Bloody hell.
And the thing is, Eunice, on a quick note, if we did, like, let's say you got TT in the dugout now, he'd go and win. You'd have a way better chance of winning something because he's elite. This guy's won nothing. He's elite at bottling it. That's what he's elite at. And people are, the PR's delusional, bruv. The FA have got blood on their hands, and the fact that they kept this guy in for 8 years, but we've had the most success because he got into a final and he got into semis. Yeah, but we didn't win it. That's not successful. Success is based on trophies.
Yeah. It wasn't
wasted a whole golden generation. Literally,
mate. Literally, it wasn't a surprise that we got to those stages in the first place. It was nice, but it wasn't a shock. We were like, "Yo, we got to win it," and we didn't. That was the expectation, and we blew it twice, and we'll do it again. Yeah. Except this time, I don't think we'll go far. So we'll see what happens.
Enough of England. I mean, there's going to be plenty to talk about being in the Euros, depending on how long we're in it for. But there's no hope. And it's always the hope that kills you. That PR and that buzz because of what history you've experienced. And when we talk about CHELS, this is not CHELS now. This is Clown Lake. I think every single platform should be addressing them as Clown Lake, literally, because they are the biggest clowns in football history. They are worse than the Glazers, as I've said. And what they are doing is literally destroying our elite football club, setting us up for failure, but setting them up not for failure on a financial level, which we all know. But let's run through yesterday's madness. I knew we weren't signing Olise. I've said it. People were at me 10 streams ago. Johnny said we won't get him. I never believed we were getting him. I never believed the ITKs. I never believed the brown envelopes, the Fabrizio Romanos. It was too obvious that it was just like very forceful, scripted, orchestrated tweets and YouTube videos. You know, it's Operation Olise. Bruv, Olise's operated on Clown Lake and they're gone. They're dead and buried. Do you understand me? They're blown out. You know, it's embarrassing. And we'll get on to that as to why we're not getting Olise, because it's not just about wages, which was obvious.
Yeah, of course.
I've been saying it. Listen, Fabrizio Romano is no longer what you would call a tier one journalist. Yeah, he's not that guy you go for credibility no more. And I've always known this, but he has gone out. He's taken that step up now where he's more of a celebrity, a public figure. He's got YouTube. He's gone on to playback now. He's been on all these platforms. He's got Twitter. He's got such a huge following. He wins all the awards. Like, this guy, doesn't matter what he does, he's going to be used, because now his market, as we put at the start of the video, at the start of the stream, is he has agents, clubs coming to him to orchestrate, get me out. But it does also work the other way. He has a team that presents and pitches to football clubs, all right? Shout out Bride Guy, who exposes, where they will present them, look, for this price, for this, in this portal, we can promote your new signing. We can actually get the fans excited and on board. We can promote anything you want to promote. That's what he is now. He's basically a PR. He's a PR machine. He's not a journalist no more. Is what I'm saying. He's outright sold out for the pound note. And we warned him on the Minerals FC. Salute to all the ultras. We warned him. We said, be very careful getting into bed with these clown lakes, all right? Because they don't care about you. They'll use you and hang you out to dry. And right now, he's been muddied by the Lima deal. Yeah. Verbal, here we go means nothing now. It's thrown about more than slosh pots, dildo. You got, what's it called? Olise. Operation Elise, guys. It's personal terms are getting agreed and this and that. And Chelsea are working hard and they're working really hard for the deal. And it's the same recycled bangers and mash waffle, copy and paste match. He's almost taking influence from Pies and Mash because he recycles Pies and Mash's tweets, doesn't he? They're all in it together all of a sudden. And all of a sudden, Pies and Mash has got invited on his playback. You make it make sense, bruv. But listen, they're all in engagement groups and WhatsApps. We all know that, and we expose it. But to say, be patient, guys. Be patient.
Mate.
And then out of nothing, the
10 minutes. 15 minutes later.
15 minutes, bro.
15 minutes.
Andy Warhol fame, the Pornstein comes out and just goes, let's land it, let's mud him, let's bomber-clot him. Yeah? Literally, it's the Pornstein bomber-clot. Yeah? That's what's happened now. And Fabrizio's muddied, bruv. The guy's drowning in mud. Literally, he's drowning in mud. Yeah? This guy, but the thing is, he'll get away with it. He always does. So now everyone's like, Pornstein's the tier one. Because why? Why, Eunice? You let everyone know. Why? Why all of a sudden is Olise not coming to Chelsea? It's like, oh, what? Shock horror, is it? Is it really? Not to me.
It's not. No. When you look at these circumstances now, it's not. I was looking at this deal right from the get-go and thinking, okay, look, this is a chance to really. We were talking for I say for years, for a good year, nearly 2 years now, about upgrades, right? And Olise qualifies as that. You bring in and you've upped the level. And I'm like, okay, this is the chance now. This is a chance for Chelsea to do something right by this team and up the level. This is why now it's dead in the water. He's not come to Chelsea. It's dead in the water. When you look at why is he not come to Chelsea, it's pretty obvious now and it's clear as crystal. There are other factors. We're going to get into that. But if we focus on this whole salary malarkey and this insane way of managing a football squad that's meant to compete at the highest level, but we're neglecting anyone above a certain number, well, you're handicapping yourself. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're not going to play top-level football again. Not like this. No. You know, and they're cool with that. They're cool with being so-called competitive for 5th and 6th and maybe 4th, and we get top 4. I reckon there's a chance we could get top 4 once or so, and then play Champions League, get eliminated, and then boom, have to try and do it all again. There's a chance that could happen. But for them, they'll be all right. That's cool. That's cool with them. As long as we're not in the gutter, you know, literally competing for relegation, that's all right, because the books are balancing. And we're making profits and everyone's on low salaries and it's nice. And, you know, it's very easy to get money through the door that way. And then if a player is all of a sudden playing well when a club comes in, well, great, we can make profit and we can sell him. That's the prime priority for them. But getting an Olise, this is what I was shocked at. When you started hearing the numbers, I hated the PR that came straight after we heard what we heard yesterday. He wanted 350K a week. I'm like, guys, relax. Like, come on. That's blatantly not true. But it was pushed out immediately after the Olise news come out. And then we started to hear from Germany, no, it's 220. Nah, it could even be 200. It's in and around that margin. And even the fee wasn't 60 million in the end. And Fabrizio said that himself. It came out as 55 from Germany. Fabrizio's now saying it's 50. And you know what? It's not even 50. It's 45 plus add-ons. How have they gone that low on the release clause? We could have done that. Who
told us about the release clause, Eunice? Matt Law and all these guys. Even Pornstein, didn't he bring it up about the release clause at a Champions League club? 60 million release clause. Well, our Bayern Munich, who are in the Champions League, getting this kid for 45 million plus add-ons. Someone explain to me. And not only that, 200 grand a week, 220 a week, go 250 a week for premium young talent. All right. This is not just a player from our academy that our scout scouted when he was a kid, by the way, and Musiala, all right? Because these lot don't recognise Cobham. Oh, yeah, that's nothing. We'll just use it as a cash flow, all right? Which Roman did. But if you're good enough, you just about snuck in because our standards are so through the roof, and as they should be. Now the standards are so low, it's like we accept all kids now. Well, we'll get onto the fan base. But the wages always will dictate where you can and can't buy in the market, all right?
Yep.
And it's clear as day, and it has been ever since January, that these clowns will not go anywhere above 150k a week. Now, you're not going to get any premium talent of any experience. And we're talking young, because Olise is 21 or 22, all right?
22,
so you can't even get a 21, 22-year-old with experience on those wages. So what the fuck's left? All right? 17-year-old, Brazilian, 15-year-olds, a 20-year-old.
Exactly.
You know, you cannot build a team to be ambitious and win with that structure. But that structure is put in place to what? Make money. They're making money and they're happy to tickle along. You know, I'll read you this before we continue. Siri merchant, the Birkenbag merchant. What does he say? This is out of his mouth. All right. It's the perfect pathway of developing talent whereby you don't have to spend crazy money on payroll. We hired a coach from Brighton, that was Jellyfish Potter, and we think they're one of the best run teams in the Premier League. The owner is from a sport gaming data background, spends 10% of payroll, wins almost as much, and is a very stable mid-market, mid-table, very profitable. He comes from gaming and data background. Do you know why? He's got the patent for that data and that scouting software that they use. These clowns can't copy it. That's why they've had to use AI scouting from Burnley and from the MLS. Yep. So you're never going to be able to replicate what Seagull merchants do. Not only that, the stature of Chelsea is elite. Seagull merchants have won nothing in their entire history. So they're happy to just trickle along, make money, grow gradually. The supporters will just let me have.
They've got a choice. Yeah.
You know, so Olise was never going to come to Chelsea. Never going to come to Chelsea, because it's clear as day. Not only everyone PRs the Joe Shields connection. It's like Joe Shields the Messiah, bruv. You know, any player that's worked with Joe Shields, give him a tick. Doesn't matter if he's 14 years old. Let's sign him up, bruv. Give him 80 grand a week. You know, it's mad delusions. The fan base is tapped up to their eyeballs, yeah? Too many football manager merchants. Do you know what they said, Eunice?
I agree.
About this, what's his name? Samu. They go, someone goes, what's he like? He goes, well, the potential, the PM, he goes, is 160 out of 200. What's PM? Potential ability on Football Manager. So he's pretty decent, Right? Yeah. This is the mentality now.
That is the mentality. It's completely based off metrics that people see on the screen.
It's maths ain't nothing, bruv. The maths ain't nothing when we look at the squad and when we're watching week in, week out this Chelsea team. If it wasn't for Cole Palmer digging out minerals, we'd be in the mud.
Mate.
Do you know what? I said it countless times, bruv. You took away not even all of his GA. Let's take away half of his GA, because his whole GA was 61% of Chelsea's entire GA. So take away half of that, you're not getting nowhere in Europe. You're sitting mid-table again, just above relegation. Take away all his GA, we would be getting relegated. So drink them minerals in, but the brown envelopes, the Pornsteins, the Fabrizios, they won't tweet that. They won't push that out. Yeah, they won't do it.
No,
it's just a joke. It's a joke now. And
mate,
I want to say
we're living in some.
I want to ask you, my geezer. Yeah.
Yeah.
At what point? And I'm asking if anyone else is viewing. Yeah, all platforms, large Twitter accounts. At what fucking point are you gonna just go enough's enough? Like, when are you gonna actually go, I've had enough, like I'm done, like this is not getting any better? Because I know it. Like, I've known it for over a year and whatever. I've calculated it's almost 20 months. So I've known what the project is. I know what the strategy is. I know what these clowns are all about. And as time goes on, it's getting more and more coming to fruition that I'm bang on the money, yeah. But everyone's seeing it now, clear as day. When do you want to land it? When do you want to, like, say, let's call a spade, and these clowns are literally clowns. Like, do you want to just continue like this and accept it? Because right now they're laughing at you. They're laughing at everyone.
Yeah, they are.
Unless you're bought. But, they're laughing at everyone. They call us customers. So where'd you draw the line, Eunice? At what point, bruv? Because I'm already there. I've been there for ages.
Mate, for me, I'm drawn a line. I'm done. Like, it's finished. I now, especially with this Olise stuff, like that's the confirmation. Like, that's it. I'm not gonna bother getting hyped up or anything with a transfer market again. It's over. It's over. We ain't gonna do anything except hire a bunch of kids from now on. Now, if people have this optimism that a bunch of kids are gonna grow up to be superstars and we're gonna have some crazy superstar team, then again, you can, please your football manager mind, and I wish you the best of luck. Because like I said earlier, we're living in some crazy AI flipping crazy world now where people are obsessed and influenced by numbers on a screen. It's insane. People don't come to the realization that something like Football Manager is programmed, right? There's coding behind it. It's a manipulation. But anyway, when it comes to how far, I genuinely believe they've played the perfect game. What do I mean by that? When you take it slowly, step by step, and you creep things in where people don't really realize, or when they do realize, it's been so long that they don't think it's that big of a deal. I think that's what's going on here. Like, that's it. Today, it come out, and we saw after this deal, we're getting some kid from Aston Villa that's coming the other way because we're giving them Maatsen, and Everton are plucking out some player from Villa, and there's a big flipping weird thing going on between the three clubs. Yeah. Well, now people are looking at that and going, yeah. But realistically, mate, that's technically legal money laundering when you're looking at what the three clubs are doing to just try and balance their PSR books. It's crazy. It's insane. Why are we in this situation to do this in the first place? That's what people should be asking. But because it's been so long, everyone's just been desensitized. That's it. Desensitized to the point where I get it all the time. You definitely get it all the time. But I get it all the time in my comments now, where people are like, okay, now, like, Eunice, now you got to relax now. Like, that's it. It's enough anger and right. Like, you're done. Like, come on, like, chill. Just relax. It's not the end of the world. Like, it's going to be good. Think positively. Look at the positives. Are you not twisted? I had a comment earlier on saying we couldn't have got Olise, no, because Bayern Munich are a Champions League team. And you need to stop getting angry now because, high blood pressure and all that. I'm like, have you just read what you've just put on screen? Have you just read your own comment? What was that first point? Bayern Munich are a Champions League team. Yeah, you're right. Why aren't we a Champions League team?
Yeah, why aren't we? Yeah, we spent $1 billion more.
So this is where you're asking, people are just going to accept it. My honest thing now, I just think people are going to accept it. There might be some turbulence, I think that will come. But I think most people will just take it, on the chin and just, it is what it is.
But this is the thing, Eunice, right? Is we've let go of Maatsen, who's easily could work in Enzo's system, inverted, yeah? All right? 35 million profit. You let him go. You gave it all the height excuse and then blamed it on Pochettino, which it wasn't. It's the clowns that make all the decision. Pochettino's a yes man. He had no involvement whatsoever in any signings. From the moment he got signed, who they backed, and they vouched for this guy, and they did extensive research to hire this guy to then let him go because he turned against them. Make it make sense.
Exactly.
But when I look at this fan base right now, completely divided, you've got absolute fucking wrong-uns that go on platforms and say, well, why should they pay so much for Olise? Maybe they just didn't feel it was the right deal for us. Well, why are you chasing him?
I was going to say, real quick. We're hearing about his salary now.
Yeah.
We've been after the player for 2 years. Yeah. Right, last time it didn't happen.
We agreed last year. We agreed personal terms with him for this year, and they still
did we not? Did we not know, or what's going on?
And that's the point. is that they were desperate for this guy. They got Joe Shields to give the pitch of his life, mugging these, trying to mug these players off, all right? Or either Joe Shields is fucking a great actor, let's have it right, all right? But this guy, pitched it, and Olise, all these players speak to these owners. I hope everyone understands that these owners are involved in absolutely every process, everything. They are involved in the lot. They want to be the guys. They're their main character syndrome role, mate. Yeah, literally. All right. These lot have yes men from top to bottom underneath them. Do you understand me? Spoke to Olise. Olise laughed at them, mate. Laughed at them. Walked away straight away because he was open to coming to Chelsea, and they still backed it up. And they wouldn't meet the wage demands of 220, which is nothing, bruv, in this day and age in football. That's standard wages for a top little player. Standard. Roman was paying more than that. Roman wouldn't even blink twice. You know what I'm saying? These lot are penny pinchers. They're like Oliver, mate, you know? And I just have to say it, like, it's not what you think it is. Everything's not what it seems to be, guys, man. You got to understand the way these lot work. They PR happy mildew, generational PR. Every process, every stage of the PR has allowed them to get where they got to, which is why I call it out and I get tarnished for it. But the reality is, it's the prime example of your Fabrizios right now, how they orchestrate narratives to manipulate the fan base into believing, for example, last year, all we heard about was Osimhen. To get to the summer when it's squeaky bum time and Osimhen's too expensive, too injury prone, doesn't suit Enzo's style, and his wages are too high. Game over. You're not getting Osimhen. But you propped it all last season. He's the last piece. You know, can you understand? They backtrack and people have got short-term memories. But understand, Eunice, who is our communications director? Tom Roddy from the Times. He is elite at what he does. I'll give him that. He's elite at manipulating narratives, at releasing information when they want it released, scripted out, and put out on every platform. And then you get your pies and mash, Chelsea Dodgers, copy and paste merchants that push it further down. And by the time you know it, within seconds in an engagement group chat, everyone knows what the deal is or what the story is. And like that, they did yesterday. How quickly did they flip it, bruv, to try and make out like Clown Lake? Oh, they walked out the deal. You had to walk away because Olise told you, fuck off. That's what he did. Olise walked away, not Clown Lake.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we're having that. We're having that.
After all we heard, that he's open to the move, he Chelsea in pole position, he's willing, Joe Shields, all this, all of a sudden, after that long, we've withdrawn because his wage demands are too high. Surely you find out, if you're going after a player, you find out the wage demands are too high immediately. Especially, can I add, normally what would happen is you'd negotiate with a club and then you would go and deal with personal terms, right? We didn't have to. He's got a release clause.
Yeah. There is no negotiation. Yeah.
And we were even told last week and the week before, Crystal Palace gave the green light. Yeah. Talk to the player, not a problem. This is where everyone's like, okay, this is happening. All right, sweet. Crystal Palace are giving permission. Flipping out. When you hear that, it's happening. So how have we gone from that to a couple of weeks ago to this? Oh, no, we're not willing to pay the salary. You find that out immediately. That's priority number one. So
I don't believe it, Eunice.
It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
I don't believe. I can believe the wage cap because we know what their structure is, and that's a fact. But I don't believe that Olise, you would push it so far to that point that this guy wasn't prepared to come.
I agree.
And he was prepared to come. So maybe he would have agreed on a slightly lower wage structure if there was a bonus set in place. Everyone, all the ITK saying it's complicated and this and that. Yeah, these clowns are complicating what they're doing at Chelsea by destroying everything Roman's built to implement an unproven model at an elite football club when they have no idea about the sport as a whole, and they don't even bring elite professionals to do their jobs because they think they can do it all themselves. I put it down to simple facts. Olise didn't want to go near it because, like Nagelsmann said, this project is not for football, and it's not. It's not for football. These are equity merchants. These are Wall Street merchants. They come from Moneyball, data, analytics. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? They're billionaires for a reason because they know how to flip money and double up or triple up. That's all they give a shit about. They broadcasted it when they first bought the club and no one pays attention. And it's too late because they've gone too far into it to rectify it. Even if they wanted to, I was telling you last year, even if they wanted to rectify it, they can't. And I begged I don't beg, let's have it right, but I pushed out the narrative when we had Potter, all right, sack Potter, bring me elite gaffer, but change the model. I got streams of me clips saying it, change the model. Because the moment we go into the summer and we don't protest and they spend that billion, we're finished. And that's what's happened. They've spent the money. They can extract money. They've taken our 2 hotels, Cobham training ground, car park, stripped our assets to their sister company, and they still haven't even balanced the books. Everyone thinks the books are balanced, but you're hearing contradictory reports where the Paulstein is a bullshitter saying, oh, we're clear. But hold on a minute. Every time we hear Broha, Chalobah, Gallagher, it's to balance the books. And that's recently because of financial fair play deficit. So you've either sorted the books or you haven't, which also brings us to the point, Inez. That's why you couldn't get in on Olise straight away, because you can't do nothing till the end of the month. And Bayern come in and they can. And they said, here's the wage. We give you Champions League football. We'll pay Crystal Palace that. Job done. You're going to play with Musiala. You can play with Harry Spitface Kane. You're going to have Sane there. You're going to have an elite team, but you've got light bulb head manager. But don't worry, if it doesn't work out, we'll get another manager in. You're still going to be here because we buy the players. And that's how they do business, right? And Olise's going, what are my chances? Shall I go to Chelsea looking at what they're buying? We've just bought a fucking 17-year-old Eunice from Aston Villa.
Well, why? You just mentioned that point about PSR and all of that. Well, this is the perfect deal in terms of PSR, isn't it? Because we're going to get this deal done and announced after June 30th. And Aston Villa are going to wait to do the Ian Matson stuff after June 30th as well, even though we know that that's going to be basically subject to a medical now, but still a week.
It's done and dusted, but it's not signed the contract yet because they can't do it. Because like I say to everyone, you will see clubs making moves come the 1st of July. Man United's, Man City's, everyone's going to be on it, all right, spending the money, all right, because they'll have to think about the books later on in the next year or whatever it is.
There's next year as well, yeah.
So there's next year, but they will do what they need to do, and they'll do their due diligence and sort it out. They got the accountants there, but that's why I think Bayern have capitalised. It's still not a done deal. I don't trust the here we go, bruv. If you think I trust the here we go, you're joking. But I would say clubs like United, do not be surprised them going in the market. I still got a feeling Olise, United. I don't know why, but I also have this horrible feeling about Cole Palmer to United. I just think that the facts of the matter is, when these players start performing and they show their levels like a Cole Palmer, all it takes is for a Real Madrid, for example, to come in and go, we'll triple your wages, come and play with us, and we're going to win. Yeah. And Chelsea, these clowns they don't even want to compete with it. No. They'll just go, he's on a 7-year deal, so you're going to have to pay us 120 million, and we've offsetted all the payments, so our profit is 80% profit. That's their game.
Yeah, that's their game. Yep. Exactly that. With United, it's a tough one because we still don't know what their motive is, or they bring in the most money in terms of revenue. We know that, right? So they're in a good place in that as you mentioned off screen. But they still do look like they're trying to penny pinch a little bit. So we'll see what their motive is going to be. But overall, I wouldn't even put it past, right? Man City coming back for Cole Palmer at some point. I would not put it past them. You know, it'd be a little bit of a slap in the face in terms of having to go and get their player back, paying a lot of money, right? But they would have what it takes to do that if they really wanted to, because they manage themselves really well. Man City have got a team that's set out. Look, when it comes to each window, they weren't even in the conversation for Olise. Each window comes along, they'll make one signing, one player. Done. That's all we need. That's all we need, right? They're sorted. And they've got young players coming through their own academy that they can look at and integrate and all of that. Man, they got the perfect setup. We used to operate on that level. And now we're just going to accept whatever comes our way because it's profit first. And I think that the sooner people realize this one, the better. Yeah, the sooner people realize it's a lot of people, even with getting all these youngsters through the door, are justifying it on a football level. Oh, this player's got this and that attribute, and you know, don't worry, he's a little gem. He's going to develop. You're thinking football. This has got nothing to do with football. Yeah. This is money. This is pure finances. It's money.
Bought the club for,
it's profit first.
They bought the club.
Mate, they couldn't give a rock's ass about football at the highest level. Like I said, I don't think they don't care like about football whatsoever. Like you got to maintain something, like the bare minimum. You know, if we're competing for 6th and 5th or whatnot, then it's like it's acceptable. For us, it's not, but for them, it's like great. We're not relegated. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? But money is priority number one here. So
these supporters, Eunice, they are going off just data in a football game. They've never watched these kids. They haven't even heard of these kids. No one even knew Cole Palmer would turn out the way he did. You didn't know, bruv. On what sample did you know that Cole Palmer was going to turn out the way he was? All right. But then you look at all the other young players we signed and they're nowhere near Cole Palmer's level because you don't get them every purchase. Is not like that.
Thank you.
This is not Football Manager where it's just data driven, all right? Which is what these deluded clowns think it is. But I have to question all the melts in the fan base that basically say, oh, you know, yeah, it's too much wages. What's Olise demanding this and that? What do you care? Like, let's be real about it, because these are platforms or people that go on platforms that spew all this shit, right? Okay. What do you care? Do you think I gave a toss how much Roman was paying for transfer fees? I said, get the deal done, bring the elite player to our football club, let's win, because all we care about is winning. If we started winning, Eunice, I'll get off Clown Lake's back, standard, facts. You know what I'm saying? I would. Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't have this agenda. The reality is, all right, the agenda's the right agenda because these lot have killed us, literally outright killed us. But you don't care. You're not getting these wages. You're not paying them the wages. So what the fuck do you give a shit what these players are getting? Like,
mate, they're the same ones. When we were linked with Samu Omorodion, for example, and looking to bid 40, 45, 50 million, the same ones coming on to all comments and all sorts going, well, it's not your money. What are you complaining for? Yeah. But when it comes to Michael Olise and having to pay him 200k a week, like I think a player of his level rightfully should at this point, right? At a club like Chelsea, oh, but no, we're overpaying. Like, no, it's too much. We have to balance the wage structure. Well, you go and balance the wage structure then, because we're not going to be competing at the highest level for that.
Listen to him. Overpaying 45 or 50 million transfer fee and 220 grand a week is overpaying. But you go and pay 105 million for Enzo Fernandez. You go and pay 115 million for Casado. You paid 90 odd million or 80 million for Mudryk. Yeah. Overpaid 30 million for Madueke from PSV. Jackson, 35 million. You know what I'm saying? Badashile, the Black John Terry disaster. You know, you listening to yourselves.
Like, no, but that's all right, because they're all on low salaries, Johnny, so it's fine.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? I know it's a joke, and I'm just in this mode right now where it's just like I'm so rattled by it, that these lot will justify. They were propping Mike Olise over Cole Palmer based on fucking what? Cole Palmer's played in one of the worst Chelsea teams I've ever seen in my entire lifetime, bruv. All right. I'm sure our relegation team was better than this, bruv. You understand me? All right. And and yet he's dug us out, right, single-handedly. Like we've said earlier on the stream, we'd be in relegation probably, all right? But you're propping a player that's not ours, twerking for him, who I don't really, if I'm being honest, Eunice, he's no Mbappe, mate. He's no Vinicius Junior. Like, he is a good player, but and for the price, it was a perfect price to pay for someone like that. There was nothing wrong with it. You know,
it was.
It's not
It
like
was Premier League proven. It
million,
was
like even Ferguson. Brighton wanted 100 million for that striker, but everyone forgot about it in January, didn't they? You know, everyone forgot about that, didn't they? Right? Or Osimhen, 100 million, but Osimhen's proven pedigree to a degree.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's played Champions League football. He's won Serie A. Elise hasn't won anything. He hasn't played at that level, but you can see he's played Premier League. He's got Premier League bank credit in the bank. And we need that in our team, like to just
100%.
help us prod on to build. No.
This is the thing. Olise is a player that the next level for him would be us. You know what I mean? A top club, right? In the Premier League or away from the Premier League. That's the next level up. Olise, it's crazy when you look at it, and this is why after yesterday, like everything just made me switch off. With everything that the club's doing now, it's game over. And why? Because when you look at Olise, it's not like he's an extreme. People are going to say, oh no, but Victor Osimhen doesn't fit the bill because we're going to have to pay 105 million for him. Or Guirassy doesn't fit the bill because he's 28 years old. Or there's all these restrictions, right? Well, with Olise, there's none of that. 22, young. Low release clause, if we're being honest. Yeah? Crystal Palace apparently tried to get him to sign another deal. That would have seen the release clause increased. Low release clause. Premier League proven. Top player. And he's asking for 200k a week. If we can't do that, game over.
But that's the thing. I think they've covered up with that excuse, which makes a whole lot of sense. Don't get me wrong. It's not about that. It's the player rejected this project. He rejected the state of the club behind the scenes, and that's what they don't want getting out. That's the honest truth. And that's why you're not signing an elite gaffe like Nagelsmann. You're not keeping a Thomas Tuchel.
It makes sense. Vivel turning away.
Yeah.
Loads of names.
You know, so all these guys are just not, they don't want to go near it because it's not built for football. This is not, you got to understand, these guys are professionals. These players want to fulfill their dreams and win things. That's what they dedicated their whole life to, man. They don't go out drinking, smoking, drugs, women, and all that. You know, they're very strict regime. They make a lot of sacrifices to get where they are, and that's why they have a short span where they can earn very good money, but also doing what they love. You think they're going to just go and go, oh yeah, Clown Lake, we'll have that because it sounds like a great project. Everyone's talking about how great the project is, but the reality is it's a poison chalice, bruv, at Chelsea.
It's a fantasy project.
Yeah, this is delusion. And these players are not stupid. So now they're clocking on, and behind the scenes, everyone's talking. That's why you are now literally limited to go for a championship manager. You're limited to go for younger players now.
Kids.
And that's why we've got a new 17-year-old for Aston Villa, help them financially, spend tuppence and develop him to sell him on for profit. This is it. That's what we are. We're a conveyor belt. We are a farming club. We are no longer a club of domination, ambition, hunger, elite mentality. That's all gone. It's been dead and buried, and it's been gone for ages. You just haven't realised it.
I
know
agree.
You have, but I'm just saying, like, people haven't realised it. Now you're starting to realise, you know, and it is too late. You know, you are late on the Minerals FC gravy train, and that's not me being arrogant. It's just Eunice knew last season he could see it, and he said, "Let's go." And we teamed up. Let's go. You know, everyone else was too busy wishing, hoping, thinking we turn a corner and scared to speak out because they don't want to lose followers. Like Pies today, or was it yesterday? Goes, I've lost 1,500 followers because I spoke out. Yeah, we should have done it sooner, mate. What's 1,500 followers, bruv? What do you even care about followers?
Yep.
Like, you shouldn't even care. This is about our club. You know, nothing's more important than the club. I get people make a living, but fuck me, you're not going to get, your pockets ain't going to get that hurt. In fact, you'll be more respected, bro. You'll be more respected.
I agree.
You know?
Yep.
And it's like, your credibility's in the bin as well. All these platforms, their credibility's in the mud. You've embarrassed yourselves. You've got egg on your face. All these Alex Goldfishes and these guys, you know what's going on, and you just wait now. You're like, really? Because of Olise, who's not even elite? You know what I'm saying? I honestly, you know, and they say, well, right, if Conor Gallagher gets sold, where was the same energy for Mason Mount? Where was it?
I mean, this is the thing.
All the narratives.
Gallagher will end up going at some point, and then everything will just be, like I said, this is a saga that's already been mentioned for so long that everyone will be desensitized to it. When it happens, everyone will just be like, oh, and then there'll be PR about it. Yeah. How he wants to move. He's interested in playing more minutes. He wants more football. He doesn't feel like he'll get that with the new manager, or what is that? Some next malarkey that we'll get, and then people will take it up and then just move on. It's just, that's why I think it's going to go down. Look, the telltale signs have been there for quite some time, and as time goes on, you always get one more. And yesterday was another one. When you look at the directors they brought in, they've never been at the highest level.
Yep.
Right? The manager we now have has never managed at the highest level. In fact, we had to go to the championship to get him. He doesn't know any better. And he's taking it up, and good luck to him. I don't blame him.
Yes, man, end of.
Players that we're getting in, they're all kids and youngsters now. We are literally fishing for no one else but 16, 17, 18-year-olds from South America and elsewhere. They don't know any better. For them, Chelsea, whoa. But for the more established player, or like yesterday, if that's the case, Olise, who is playing a Premier League team that does know the league to a good extent and knows exactly what he can get, could look at this Chelsea and go, nah, not for me. And move to Bayern Munich. Good luck to him. But there's 16, 17, 18-year-olds that don't know any better. If you now look at all the telltale signs, Chelsea are constantly going for people in all departments that don't know any better.
Yeah.
Is that not worrying? That not obvious? Yeah. So...
And they're deprived lifestyles, you know. They might be struggling, the fact they want to look after their families and that. Like Esteval Willian, desperate to, like, you know what I'm saying? And he might, listen, I'm not disputing Paez and Esteval Willian might be generational players.
No, yeah, for sure.
You know, I think they look fantastic. Yeah, I'm not doubting that.
I worry Chelsea will hold them back. That's what I worry.
That's the problem. Their development's not, like Ian Matson's dad said,
it won't happen.
The development's not there at Chelsea. They only care about financials. He said that.
Remember, at one point, Anthony looked good.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. So I think their development path is going to be sabotaged, literally. And we are a shop. Chelsea Football Club is a shop window for these clowns. That's it. It's a shop window.
It is.
Yeah. And they put it in SW6. Kings Road, lovely jubbly. Fantastic.
Best place for a job.
Best place.
So it actually is.
Yeah, it actually is. And by the way, we own the property as well. We own the real estate. Don't forget that. And then you get all these young kids that go, oh, what do you care? What do I care? What do I care? Because I can clearly see that this squad is not assembled by any football fucking brains whatsoever. It's assembled by bankers. It's assembled by unproven mid-directors that come from analytics. That's it. They've got no idea about football. The only one that's got any football brain is Joe Shields, but he's not going to get everyone right. I mean, no one does in the game, you know? No. But yet you don't want to use our Cobham scouts that scouted Musiala and Olise. You know what I'm saying? Look at them. It's just so backwards altogether. It's just backwards.
No, completely. And I want to mention about that whole development path because I think it's important. If we're relying on nothing but youngsters and you want these kids, especially the special ones, right? Let's talk about Esteval, Paez.
Yeah.
If we had a top manager an Eden Hazard in the team, for example, I would not be worried one bit about these couple of youngsters coming in.
100%.
They're going to blossom like beautiful flowers, right?
That's what they need, experience. You're right, of course. Of course.
Yeah, and the right guidance. What have we got to guide them? If anything, I worry about what their lifestyle might turn into. Yeah. Bloody hell, Chelsea, good money, long contract. Mate, at that age, I'm sorted. I'm living in London now. I'm finished.
Pies is doing it with Casado's taking Pies to strip clubs and all that already.
Mate.
You know what I'm saying?
Mate.
Imagine when Slosh Pot Wet comes on the scene. It's game over.
Did you see what Cafu said a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah?
He's right.
Mate, he was so spot on, and it's true, because it is a thing within the South American culture now, especially the younger footballers. They're not like the older generation. They're very, very easily carried away within lifestyle when it all gets a little bit crazy, and they like it, right? But if someone's there to guide and restrict and discipline and keep all that in check, they can turn into brilliant footballers. But it depends on how they're going to develop. That's why he said he'd rather see players go to La Liga instead of the Premier League, because the Premier League will overhype these young footballers, make them think that they are superstars and they're about to win a Ballon d'Or. We're already talking about Esteval Williams got a clause in the contract, which I don't blame because it's a contract. You've got to prepare for the future. But it's already been hyped that he's a future Ballon d'Or winner. On what basis? Let him play first. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So you're destroying the player before he's already started. That's what I worry about. I worry that he's going to hit a level where there's going to be stagnation, and then everyone's going to go, oh, no, but he's crap anyway. No. We've not put anything in place in order for these young ballers to grow. Simple as that. So what Cafu said was right.
It's right.
That's what I worry about.
It's facts, Eunice. This is absolutely spot on. 100% agree, Geese. And this is why it brings me back to the brown envelope matrix of Fabrizio's and other journalists that are there to promote, to overhype. The PR's got to be TikTok for everyone of just believing that this guy's going to be the next fucking Ronaldinho or Ronaldo or next Messi. And this is the problem. When you overhype so much, it's going to be an anticlimax, whatever you do, you know, unless this guy balls out like Messi, spagging 45, 50 G8 every season. You know what I'm saying? That's unheard of, man. No one can do that now. No one could do it back to back like Messi and Ronaldo back in the day in La Liga. Like they were literally, I swear Messi got like 70 GA at one season. It was ridiculous, you know. So that's what you call like truly like levels. You know what I'm saying? Is Esteval Williams going to do that at Chelsea when we're not even competing? Absolutely not. He's just going to be put in a shop window for Real Madrid to go, hello, I know it's your dream to come to La Liga. You're Brazilian. We've got a lot of Brazilians here, or Barcelona, for example, who have got Pedri. They've got Gavi now coming through, you know, and all these guys. Oh, by the way, we're looking at a 17-year-old Barcelona striker to come in. But they'll look at that and go, we'll pay you, and we've got the gateway, and we're going to give you number 10, argument's sake, whatever. They're gone straight away. And these clowns don't care because they're going, bank accounts looking.
Of course.
But I don't think like you said. Listen, when you don't have the proven blueprint of a core in your team, experience, people that know the club, you don't back a manager, you don't follow that structure, you're not going to succeed on any level. All right, no. Financially, yes, and these players will play in the Premier League and they'll show quality. They'll show moments of brilliance, you know. But it won't be consistent, and it won't be good enough for Chelsea to compete, but it'll be good enough for the bank account. And that's what we are at Chelsea until we protest, and I think it will happen. And when it does happen, it will be heavy because I think the supporters will realise we're not actually doing anything at all. Like, we are fully done. They've killed us. Like, it will come to that realisation when it's far gone, but at least we will protest like Man United and the Glazers. They kept going and going and going until they broke into Old Trafford, until they got into the megastore. Then the Glazers put up their shares to sell, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sad, bruv. It's sad. It's heartbreaking, you know?
It is.
I know I get really aggressive in that, but that's because I love this club. And this club is
100%.
It's unrecognisable, mate. Yeah?
No.
Like, you're losing players that we should be signing because we're Chelsea, because you can't even fucking pitch it properly, because you don't even know what you're pitching. They're probably sending AI robots to Olise, in a meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, where he registers to come into Cobham, you've got a fucking AI robot to take details from you, to make sure and scan ID you, to make sure you are the player and who you are for security reasons, because these clowns are really, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people after him.
No. I think you're right in saying it's probably too far gone. And it's too far gone because I go back to the very beginning now. You look at everything retrospectively. There had to be an investment part of the deal. And they fulfilled that. There was a 1.75 billion investment that they had to make alongside the 2.5 billion fee to buy the club, which
before they could
exactly
laser clause. Yeah,
we're on 1.1 billion now or so. Yeah. That investment is on and off the pitch. So when you look at everything in total, women's team included, all of that, yeah, maybe 1.1, 1.2. We've still got a stadium apparently that we want to sort out, but we're not sure where that's going. So
CPO won't allow it. CPO won't. This is the thing. The Chelsea supporters that have shares in the pitch, there's no way they're going to trust these lot to do anything. And that's why I think they realised what we're going to do is we're going to take the 2 hotels, we're going to buy the mansions, we're going to take the car park, we're going to take the real estate. And when we sell it, we're going to increase our profits on that. And they can't rebuild there until we've got given the blessing or they pay us out what we want, right? So they've made their money without having to build a stadium, plus increasing all the price of season tickets to the equivalent of a 60,000, 65,000 capacity. Eventually it will go up again each year. It'll keep going up, getting up. Before you know it, they're making their revenue anyway. And because their wage structure is so low, their profit margins are high anyway. So they don't really need to build that stadium. If anything, it's like when you buy a property, yeah, sometimes it's a negative to redevelop absolutely everything and leave. Yep. When you sell the property, you leave nothing for these new owners to come in and go, well, actually, I want to change this and that. Oh, it's brand new, state of the art. Some people buy properties because they like to make it their own, yep. or do what they want to do to it. Do you know what I'm saying? So you might leave an alcove, not build a fitted unit. You might leave that open. So when they come in, they might have a different vision on that. And that adds more value to when you sell it than actually developing on it. Do you get what I'm saying?
So
that's how these lot are thinking. Like, they're not stupid. Yeah. They know the CPO ain't going to allow them to go anywhere, bruv. Yeah.
No.
They're not going to be able to relocate to Earls Court, but they'll relocate the Cobham training ground because they can. And they'll build real estate there in Surrey. Done.
Cool.
Bish, bash, bosh. We'll make loads of money there. Prime location. We'll go to a lower, cheaper overheads location, buy the cheap land, build a Cobham training ground. All the players will get escorted there anyway. It doesn't matter. And we're going to build it state of the art so no one cares where it is because it's state of the art.
I wouldn't be surprised if they kept Cobham and then we moved our training ground to, I don't know, Orpington or somewhere. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked.
Exactly
just in the middle of a crazy area, I would not be shocked.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. I'm going to quickly read some of these. I don't know if you want to have a quick look, see what's broken out. Big up Brian, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals, long live Chelsea old boys. Big up Eunice and chat, as always. Big up to you, my geezer. Love to you. And shout out Chelsea old boys, as always. Yeah. We see things they'll never see. Miss him dearly. He would have landed down Minerals. Big up Bartek Minerals. He's a Minerals FC Ultra member for 2 months. It's not legal for a journalist to get money from agents. Find one proof and I'll deactivate my account. You are shitting on your fucking sofa, Fabrizio. Big up to you, Bartek Minerals. Yeah, become a Minerals FC Ultra member. Yeah. Respect to you. Here's your video, my geezer.
I work 20 hours per fucking day, and I don't accept that someone goes on Twitter with no face, with no name, just joking with myself and saying this kind of shit.
So a bit right. We're also going to go to Adam K's a Minerals FC Ultra member for 1 month. He says, Johnny, thoughts on us signing Amari Kellyman fits the Clown Lake model perfectly, especially with that name. Yeah, Kellyman. I mean, Listen, this is just it's an outright disgrace. Honestly, it's a disgrace. We are not being run elite as we should be and dressed elite as we should be. We are shopping in Aldi and Primark. You know, that's what we're doing. This guy, no one knows nothing about this guy. This guy can't even play at Aston Villa, and we're bringing him to our first team. Is this a wind up to our squad? Like, just dig that for a second. You know?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter about the price. It's not your money. It's not your wages. What
paying 20.
This guy got?
He's played PL2 and under 18 football. And he played 6 appearances for the first team. 35 minutes total. Baller. You want to know one thing about him, though? As of 2023, I don't know if he's still on the same contract now, but talking about late 2023, so it's not too long ago. And if he's been let go now, I'm not sure if he's had a new deal or whatnot. But as of late 2023, he was earning, just as he got his first professional contract, £800 a week.
Fuck.
He was on 41k a year.
What's he on now?
He could still be on that. He could still be on that.
Nah,
he's an underage. He's 18 now, I think. But
listen, this is what rattles me. Yeah, all right. Forgive me. Big up to you, Adam. I'm going to play Don Roman, bruv. Yeah, let's have it right.
Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich.
Big up to you. Respect to you supporting the channel.
Love that.
This is what winds me up, Eunice. Yeah, Matt Law, usual bullshit. Aston Villa values Amari Kellyman, who has been compared to Kai Havertz at 20 million. Yeah, we had Kai Havertz at our club. You don't need to find a new Kai Havertz. Why are you looking for a new Kai Havertz?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Yeah?
Why is that so impressive if we let the player go?
Right. Our player won us Champions League.
I don't understand.
Right? And this is Matt Law. Right? This is a joke. It's an insult. It's honestly an absolute fucking insult. All right?
And
publicise that.
Yeah, big time. And who's to say he's like Kai Havertz? But on what sample size are we looking at the play? He's played 35 minutes of Premier League football. No, not 35 minutes.
It's a joke. And now they're bringing Nico Williams to the table now. You think Nico Williams is going to come to this shit show?
He wants more. He wants more money than Olise. There's no chance that's happening. And he's already said he's happy at where he is at the moment, so he won't go.
Oh, it's just a joke. Honestly, it's an absolute joke.
Shocking. And by the way, this whole deal is shady. Like 20 million for an for an academy player. Let's just call it an academy player from Aston Villa. 20 mil. His market value at the moment, it must be like a couple mil. Maybe 5 mil max. Exactly. As of last year, his market value was 1 million. We're paying 20. But like I said at the start of the stream, there's a big PSR circle where I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Yeah. In fact, he's just landed it here. Transfer market value is coming at 1 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was of 2023. He was worth £1 million.
Yeah.
So if we're looking now, if he's upped it, what? To 5 max. He's not upped it to 20. What are we doing? We're giving him 20 million because you scratch my back, I scratch yours. They're going to cover our PSR, we're going to cover theirs. And Everton are in the mix, and there's a big, weird, crazy shenanigans going on here.
It's a PSR Bermuda Triangle going on.
It is fully.
Money's getting thrown in, and you ain't seen that, but it's looking great on the books, right?
It looks fantastic on the books. Yeah.
Money laundering. Villa overpays for Maatsen. Chelsea overpay for the kid. Yep. Both clubs finesse PSR.
PSR because
of pure profit. Can't make out. Fact.
Exactly.
You see my ultras, bruv. You see my ultras. They are on it, bruv. Yeah.
is it?
My Minerals FC ultras are elite, bruv. They are all switched on, mate. Yeah, proper. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I've seen on the timeline, you've got other fans, rival fans, complaining about this one.
Yeah.
And this and saying, like, this is what's going on here. It's legal, but it's something that'll probably get shut down at some point soon because it's legal money laundering, technically.
Yeah, it is. And that's why these lot are elite here. And also Fabrizio Fraudizio comes out and says, after Michael Olise deal collapsed, Chelsea are keen on bringing in 2 more attackers in the summer transfer window. Enzo Maresca, expected to have at least 1 more striker and 1 more winger. In addition to this, Chelsea will soon sign Esteval for summer. Like, you keep propping Esteval William for God knows how many times he's tweeted, probably about 100 times he's tweeted about this guy, that was the deal's done. We don't care. It's old news, yeah? But you're trying to sweeten the fan base. It's a great PR stunt, yeah? PR.
Oh, yeah, and Chelsea confirmed it today. Talk about timing. Because of what happened yesterday, I wouldn't be shocked. Make everyone feel good. Yeah.
And you put in that Chelsea are bringing in 2 more attackers in the summer. Bruv, ever since this window, you've been talking about getting a goalkeeper, a left back. Have you not seen the tweets from the brown envelopes? They want a goalkeeper, a left back. They want a winger. They want a striker. Now we're limited to a striker and a right winger only.
Oh, no, yeah, and now we're looking for a right-footed winger, not a left-footed one.
But we've got Madueke, we've got Angelo, we've got Carl Palmer. You were looking to buy Olise. So that's 4.
Oh, yeah, we couldn't get Olise done, so now we're looking for someone who's got a right foot instead.
You don't know what they're doing.
So as of today, we're linked with Somerville again.
Oh, don't bring me that. I don't want Somerville. It's a joke.
Is what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to all this, I'm done with it.
I'm done with it. This is fucking outright.
It's lunacy. It's lunacy. Lunacy.
And they are playing everyone in the fan base unit. So everyone's got to wake up, man. They're so fucking naive. The Chelsea hierarchy are aiming to create a more disciplined wage bill than in the past. Trying to mud Roman, are we? Yeah. And if a transfer target does not fit into that, they would rather reward existing players who outperform over time or invest in a new elite talent or more reasonable salaries. That's Paulstein for the Clown Lake. See, this is the PR shit I don't like from Paulstein, right? The mouthpiece, yeah? All right, told us that Jellyfish Potter's not got months, he's got years. He's one of the best managers in the world. Shut up, you Pinocchio, bruv. Yeah? The reality is, why are you negotiating or going in for Olise if you know you're not going to be able to pay his wages then? Or you're not going to be able to, it's over your budget. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, man.
It's ridiculous.
It's like a PR stunt to make supporters believe that they're ambitious when they're not and turn it on. Olise chose Bayern over Chelsea. No, he rejected you because your project, your wages, your fucking whole circus act behind the scenes they're laughing at it. Everyone's laughing at it. So that's the way I see it. End of, yeah.
Can we just say as well with Bayern Munich, they're not exactly how Bayern used to be. They're not exactly the best model in the market at the moment. There's a lot of uncertainty over there.
Yeah.
But they're still a Champions League club. And if they do get themselves back on track, because they're not too far from that if they really want to. But, you know, it's not going to be easy with company there, all the managers that turned them down. They're not the richest club in the world either. You know, they're able to get a deal like this done because it makes sense and you can.
Yeah.
But they're not Real Madrid.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Not anymore.
No.
But it goes to show.
Well, listen, I said it. We're not winning nothing under these clowns. And I'm talking about of like real substance. Do you know what I'm saying? Adam says, R. Kelly this season, Diddy next season. Yeah.
It's true, though.
Listen, these lot go on about that they want to retain these players. Bruv, they are restraining them. They got restraining orders on these kids with death row contracts. And their bonuses are flights to the island, bruv. You understand me? Yeah. These lot are suspect, proper suspect. Let's have it right. Big up the Tom, man. Proper Chelsea. Let's have it right. Come on. He says at this point, recruit Bayern for the protest. Yeah. Can you imagine that in the Batman? Was it Batman Begins? We will overcome Clown Lake. We want all protest. Yeah. Can you imagine that scene at the end where it's just all carnage and everyone thinks it's the end of the world, bruv? That should be the Chelsea fan base. Come on, what are we doing here?
Mental.
Yeah,
I'm not optimistic either. I'll be honest.
No.
And
no.
I've read
Enzo set up
Matt
a failure, Eunice, whether anyone likes it or not.
Mate, completely. Going into next season, there's a lot of people that are hoping. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people disappointed.
Chelsea are in for Dominic Solanke. Why are we even looking at
Solanke.
him? That's Matt Law an hour ago.
He's got a 65 million release clause, if that's true, by the way.
They don't care about the transfer fee.
They don't
care
know.
about
It's the wage.
It's the wage. Yeah.
What's he on? Hang on, what's he on?
Yeah, let's have a look. Go on, Eunice. Find out how much he's on. Guys, smash the like button. I bet the likes are disrespectful. Get the likes up. Make sure you sub to Eunice. Make sure you sub to Minerals FC.
We can do this real quick. Bournemouth. Solanke. Oh, guys, this one could happen.
Yeah. What's he on? 40 grand?
He's on 70. He's on 70 gross.
That's perfect for them. They'll go, hey, Dominic, we'll give you 90,000 per week on a 10-year deal. And you play for Chelsea. You're proper Chelsea. So, yeah, let's get you on the books. And you can compete with Nicholas Jackson, who loves a bit of slush pot. And we can make that happen for you. Because why? We would do anything for pound notes. Yeah, literally. Don't bring me Dominic fucking Solanke at Chelsea. What are we doing
no.
here?
Hang on. No. Who mentioned it? Fred's on the money. No, it's a deal breaker, lads.
Oh, he's too old. Of course.
He's 26. He's 26. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. No,
They love him like fresh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Deal breaker.
These clown legs love him like that.
He's an OAP.
Yeah.
He needs a walking stick. He can't do it anymore. That's it. He's got to retire. No, not
Right,
happening.
they're worried about the injury bill from Remedy. The Remedy are going to be charging. Bill invoices are going to be flying into Cobham.
It's going to be mad. There's premiums on top and all sorts.
Yeah. Literally paper airplanes of invoices, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big up, big up to Neil Robertson, bruv. top player, my geezer.
Neil Robertson's class.
You know what I'm saying? Top player.
Class.
Listen, I'm not too bad myself. My highest break's about 62.
How much?
60s. I've had a break.
All right. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm saying. Not bad.
Not for Neil. Neil will just get his centaries whenever he wants. But 60s are good. 60s are good.
Proper centurion, bruv. Let's have it right. Big up to you, my geezer. He says, when is Eunice going to have a sip of his coffee? Well, he's got his LAVAZZA here, bruv.
I'll just eat the beans.
Oh, grind them up. Listen, that's how bad of a state we are at CHELS that we would literally do that. We'd literally
just eat
grind,
beans.
Let out instead of a stress ball, we'll just grind LAVAZZA Super Grandma beans. Let's go a notch up. You know what I'm saying? A notch up. Respect. He says that's good. Yeah, not bad, is it? Not bad. Listen, we are going to continue to expose it for what it is, and I'm not having it, bruv. You know, I'm not ever going to drop my standards, Eunice. Ever, never.
No, of course. Because if you do that, you lose everything.
What Roman did to put us on the map where we are, to make us the biggest in London, to make us the most successful in 18 odd years against top teams, United's, Arsenal's at the time, against all the greatest Barcelona teams, bruv. You know, we are nowhere near it now. We are basically seagull merchants with a little cherry on top. You know, that's what we are. You know, I'd say this: Fabrizio Romano's got, the way the clowns look at it, he's got incredible XG, but his conversion rate is like cement booted rat. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. And in fact, I would look at them in the market with Kerrigan, Stanley, Stuart Little. Their XG, phenomenal, bruv. Fantastic. You're going out, you're looking at all these players. Your conversion rate, I mean, it's worse than fucking, what's his name? Who's that striker we had? Batshuayi. And respect to Batshuayi, don't get me wrong. We got a goal that won us the Premier League, but conversion rate, you know, it's more of a conversion rate like Malin Sarr, still on the books, saying I'm ready for training. Guys in the gym training the 21s. You know, finding Malin Sarr, bruv. Where is he? He's probably been sent to some island somewhere, bruv. Yeah, to keep
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know yeah, Darwin Núñez. That's a great shout, actually. I call him the lanky Pocahontas. His conversion rate shocking. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Anything else, Eunice, you want to wrap up? Like generally, any thoughts on your mind? Like, because it's all a lot to take in, isn't it?
No, it's a lot to take in. And look, this Olise deal, the one that at one point genuinely looked serious and proper, we can't get over the line. Then there's no hope for anything. There's no hope to get any top standard. Normally what happens in the transfer window is people get hyped up. We wait for someone of top quality to come in, get a bit excited, and then start the season. It's not happening. We'll wait for the next 16, 17, 18-year-old to get signed. And my expectations are now on the floor. Yeah. On the floor. Yeah. So, money first.
Listen, do you know how lucky we were to get that position we did? It's only, listen, this is another thing, right? Before we wrap up, is people are in this mindset of Chelsea are going to get better and we're going to improve, but everyone else is not. All right? You know,
exactly.
Every season, Man City will strengthen. Arsenal will strengthen. United are going to be back. They will get there at some point. All right?
Yeah.
Villa are creeping up. Spursy bottle jobs. They'll be there or thereabouts. It takes up the space.
Combo. They'll be there. Yeah.
We relied upon everyone's capitulation last season back in. If United didn't lose those certain games or whatever, and Newcastle didn't fall off because of Champions League, we wouldn't be in Conference League, right?
No.
So, what's it going to be like this season? What, you think no one's going to get any better? Of course they are, bruv. Of course they are. And this is why the gap between us and the top is always going to be like that. You know? But
this is the thing. Instead of going and getting at least some of the quality that you know can sort a problem out for you.
Close it. Yeah.
Narrow that gap. Yeah. Like you bring in an Olise, for example, you're able to chuck Palmer a bit more central. All of a sudden, that attacking line is looking a lot more secure instead of experimental. Because let's be honest, when we're playing a Madueke or playing someone that's young, it's hit and miss. You get some games like, whoa, some games like, bloody hell, what's that? You know, it's experimental and that's not consistent. That's not sustainable. But if you bring in quality to bridge that gap, then you help yourselves buy time to then look at what you're going to do afterwards. We're going even more experimental. Cool, bring up a coach that's never managed in the Premier League. Bring him into the picture. Bring in all these kids. We need more children in the squad. But we're just experimenting even more. So expect more freakish results.
It's scary, Eunice, because everyone forgets we've lost Thiago Silva, one of the most generational centre-backs, who dug us out of so much shit. We might lose Trev Chalobah, who dug us out of trouble come the end of the season. If it wasn't for those two at the back, we wouldn't have got results we did. You know, facts. You know, Desensitized and Badashile, they don't come close to these players. All right. Tozin's 26 on a free, come from Fulham. What's he done? You know, my concern is inverting the goalkeeper. You can invert with Sanchez and fucking Petrovic. I mean, that's suicide, Eunice, bro.
Suicide. And it's going to be Sanchez. That's the worst out of the bunch. It's going to be Sanchez.
Petrovic is a better goalie than Sanchez.
Yeah.
He's just not good with his feet. But then Sanchez ain't even that great with his feet anyway. So it's like, how many heart attacks have you had with Sanchez, by the way, playing out the back? I've had
countless.
Plenty. So,
countless.
You know, all of this inverted, you know, they want to be the next Harry Kane, inverting, nutting deep, getting them preggers, you know. We're going to have Enzo and Casado in the cuckold pivot. The Enzo's going to say to Petrovic or or what's his name, Sanchez. I want you to lick it out. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, Curse. This is where we are now. Yeah,
It's true. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Mad. Inverted, horizontals, verticals, and this guy ain't got the tools. How do you expect him to succeed if you're not building with him?
This is the thing. If you're not up in the levels, then why are people expecting a different result?
Yeah.
It's insanity. At the end of the day, that is the definition of it, is when you do the same thing over and over again, you expect a different result. It's not even doing the same thing over and over again. As I said, we're turning more experimental than we have been last season with less experience in the team. Yeah. People think we're going to revolutionize everything because we got Pep's carbon copy from the championship.
How many number twos have gone on to be absolutely world elite?
Zidane on his own. And even he ducked after Madrid.
Yeah, because he didn't get Hazard. And
he's not walked into any other job because he knows he's got to be cautious. He doesn't want to damage his reputation. He needs a perfect job.
Exactly.
But it's rare. It's rare. It's really, really rare. It's really, really rare for just the number two to walk up and just beat the guy. Very rare.
That's my worry.
But everyone wants to be optimistic on the chance that the 0.1% chance is going to blossom. Yeah, we'll just go on that. It's unrealistic.
I want to make it clear with you as well, Eunice. I don't. At no point should anyone come at this gaffer.
100%. I've said that already. I'm not mentioning his name once.
No,
I'm not going to mention his name.
Yeah, facts.
He does something wrong. What did you expect?
But then again, he's taken the job knowing he's a yes man. And then they PR Matt Law. No, was it Matt Law? Who was it? No, it's Fabrizio. And says Enzo's going to be talking about, they want to talk to Enzo what players. It's bullshit. It's lies.
Oh, no, it's rubbish. No, Matt Law's done that as well. He's involved. He's not involved. He's not involved. Come on, man. Have a day off. He's not involved. But no, listen. With Maresca, I don't blame him. You see, with Poch and with a few others, Potter included, you question, where's your ambition? Because they're Premier League managers. Those are managers that should be looking for the next level, should be looking to find a job where they're going to be serious and have a club with a project and a model that suits them and knows that they're not going to be taken for granted. These managers knew what they were coming into. Maresca, I don't blame him one bit. He's walked from Leicester in the Championship to Chelsea. Mate, respect. Respect you. Respect. Yeah, I know, of course. But he's experienced. He's not in a world where he's going to reject that job. He's just not. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him one bit. One bit.
Oh, another one, Fabrizio. He tweeted that about who was it to Leicester? Jellyfish Potter. And then he deleted his tweet. He deleted the tweet.
Yeah, because they went and got Steve Cooper instead.
Yeah. He's trying to get top bins. He's scoring own goals, man. Stick to tap-ins. Stick to tap-ins.
Mate, he's not even getting those right at the moment. Even the tap-ins are missing. He's turning to Lukaku.
Yeah, Enzo's still drinking fish bowls in Marbella at this moment in time. Literally. I said sing Carl Palmer there. He's rotting on the bench. He's the highest scoring.
Might as well have a holiday.
Might
as well have a holiday, yeah.
Yeah, might as well have a holiday, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do what Haaland's doing. Haaland's raving it up with techno and chill and all that madness in Marbella. So
get with Jack the Lad. Jack the Lad will show you a good time. You know what I'm saying? He should be at the Euros. What a disgrace. But another thing is, Eunice, no one's picked up on this. Enzo has not done one video speaking about being the Chelsea manager.
No, not yet.
Why?
I don't know. Arnie Slot is at Anfield meeting everybody, and Maresca's nowhere to be found. I don't know.
Because he's got no say. And that's why I don't feel sorry for people that take the job. But I will defend you. Yeah, I will defend him. And I know he's not a shit manager, nor was Poch, nor was Potter. But the reality is you're not allowed to do your job at Chelsea because it's not about doing your job. It's about just developing and ticking along and getting top four for financial reasons. That's the trophy for them, or winning the Club World Cup. You know, that's the facts. But listen, big up to everyone in here. We've gone a little bit over than I wanted, as we always bloody well do, Eunice. But listen, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. Put all your comments down below. Please go and watch Eunice's stuff as well. I'm sure you all do anyway. Most of my ultras will watch you anyway, Eunice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They'll
I see you. I
support
see you lot in the comments. Much
Yeah,
appreciated.
come on. Yeah, they're elite, bruv, and they're on the ball. And if any of your followers start acting all wrong, and you know what I mean, they'll land it on them. Don't worry.
They do.
They'll put them in
They
line
do.
for you.
They actually do. I've seen a few. So
Have ya?
respect to you. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, good. Come on, respect. But yeah, support Eunice, subscribe, help him get to 200k. And listen, as always, guys, a fantastic show. Respect and love to everyone. Stay healthy. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see what else breaks out. I'll see. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow, but I'll let you know. And we see what happens. But respect to everyone. As always, we'll leave you with Don Roman because that's our standards. Shout out to the Iron Lady. Mwah. And we miss our elite, greatest owner in history of football. That's what we miss. And we will leave it on that because that's the benchmark. But respect to everyone. Have you got anything coming up, Eunice, quickly to tell them? Anything coming up? You got a video out?
Yeah, there'll be a second video coming out later, going over what's happened up until now. So yeah, that will come out probably in about an hour and a bit or so. So yeah.
Cool.
I'll catch you lot then.
Respect. Love to everyone. Let's have it right. Up the CHELS, up the Minerals FC, Clown Lake out.
Roman of Brownfish, Roman of Brownfish, Roman of Brownfish, Roman